So I've been thinking about this 2024 Farm Bill, which it was supposed to be a 2023 Farm Bill, but they kicked the can down the road last year. I get a lot of comments, a lot of questions. They all seem to lead back to this Farm Bill. People want to know, what's my take on it? I don't usually have really good takes because I look at everything like follow the money. There's a reason why they kicked the can down the road last year, because there was money to be made, and the money is not in legislation. The money is in the fight to legislate. So I guess a couple months ago, Congress snuck in a last second vote on some bill or whatever, and then they send it over to the Senate. The Senate's got their own version of what they want to do. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong. I'm just saying this off the top of my head. I haven't done any research because you don't need research to follow the money. Just follow the money. So I think Congress is the one that did the little backdoor at the last minute when no one's looking, passed the bill. They're going to send it over to the Senate. The Senate's not going to sign that because they have their own little thing that they want to get done. And you got to remember, too, these votes are not standalones. Like, it's just not the Farm Bill. There's other things in these votes. And if this side doesn't get the things that they want, this side doesn't get the thing that they want, they still have to talk about these other things. This is what I can say. One side is being funded by those large brick and mortar type dispensaries. So we're going to call them big business. The other side is being funded by the online retailers and the small businesses like the smoke shops and things like that. Let's call them small business, like the mom and pops. If they come up with a resolution in 2024, guess who doesn't have to pay for the fight anymore? Neither side has to pay anymore because the fight's over. If they kick the can down the road for one more year, you get paid for another year. If they pass a bill that's very similar to what it is now, and then you keep that question up, what is it going to be next time? Now you get 5 years of more funding from both sides. I hate to say this about, damn it, I shouldn't say this, but there's an old saying that money is not in the cure, it's in the treatment. In some instances in politics, money is not in the resolution of a argument. It's in the argument itself. That's the best way I could put it. So my take on this 2024 Farm Act bill, they're either going to kick it down the road or they're going to leave it very ambiguous, where there's not going to be defined like any more understanding than it is now. That's my take, because there's too much money to be made for this fight. Like, we can fight a little bit longer and more money can be made by the politicians. If you look at the presidential candidates, one signed the bill back in 2018, and the other is trying to reschedule and do some other things. And the funny part is they're not the two who are really involved in the fight. It's the Congress and the Senate, to the best of my understanding. And like I said, you can always correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I've been doing my thing. I really haven't been paying much attention to it. But that's my take on it. They're either going to kick the can down the road or they're going to leave it very similar to how it is. There's some talk about Delta 8. Now, to my understanding, they pretty much already made Delta 8 something that is not going to be okay. I did a video about that almost a year ago. Delta 8 is like the villain or the step kid in the room. So they may put that in there as a small victory or something like that. I have no idea. But as for the bill itself, kick the can down the road or leave it very close to what it is now so both sides can continue to fight and continue to make money. Let me know what you think. Couch Potato Bud.